Okay, so we're not going for a lip balm that's gonna drag across your lips or that's gonna melt in your purse or something like that. This lip balm is absolutely amazing. So it has the most amazing glide. Like when you put it on there, it just melts right on your lips, which is what you want from a lip balm. Welcome back to the Summer Rain channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to formulate a lip balm. So the thing about lip balms is we really want them to be glidey. We want them to leave our lips silky smooth. And the biggest part of any product that you're going to make is actually how you formulate it. So I'm going to walk you through all of the ingredients, why we use them, everything like that. I know that sometimes it can feel like we use a lot of ingredients, but we use the ingredients that we need. So I could make this lip balm with only using like 2 or 3 ingredients, but it's not going to be quite as good as when you make it with the proper ingredients. Without further ado, let's dive in. Let's go over the ingredients and then let's learn how to make the most amazing, wonderful gliding lip balm. For our lip balm, we have beeswax, cocoa butter, mango butter, sweet almond oil, castor oil, flavoring oil, and vitamin E oil. So the first ingredient that we use is beeswax. Now we use beeswax because we need this lip balm to stay in solid form, right? We don't want it melting on us or not holding its shape. That would be a whole mess. However, there's a little bit of a balancing act. If you use too much beeswax, you're gonna get like a really draggy, doesn't want to apply right product. So we use just a little bit of beeswax, just enough to help this keep its shape and to keep the structure without creating that dragginess. So the next ingredient that we use is cocoa butter. So cocoa butter is used to help keep the shape of the lip balm. Again, we need this to stay in balm form and to stay in a stick form, but we also use it because it creates a barrier over your lips. So it's not enough just to get some oils on your lips. You really want to create that barrier so then it protects your lips and it helps keep them hydrated. The next ingredient that we use is mango butter. So mango butter is a butter, so it's going to help with a little bit of keeping it in solid form. But more importantly, mango butter is amazing for hydration on your lips and is really like a creamy feeling. So adding that to the product gives it more of a creamy glide and helps the lip balm be non-stick. So like when you go to put it on, it just glides over your lips and leaves the product behind. And then to thin this out a little bit, we're going to use a carrier oil. I'm using sweet almond oil. Sweet almond oil absorbs fast. So we want a lip balm that'll leave you with that shine, but not be so greasy that it feels like you just have grease on your lips. We want the balance between it gliding on easily, but then also absorbing at a reasonable speed. Now for that gloss, because gloss is so important. This is where castor oil comes in. So castor oil helps with that glide to really make it, when you put it on, it just glides on. It also leaves a little bit of a shine. So I don't want a lip balm that's gonna leave my lips being more matte or feeling dried out. Sometimes like when you're using lip balms, it almost feels like your lips are drying out. This is gonna add that glossiness to the recipe, and it's also gonna add more to the glide. And then we're going to use some vitamin E oil. So vitamin E oil helps to slow down the oxidization process, which is when your oils and butters start to go rancid. So it's just going to help to extend the shelf life of this lip balm a little bit longer. Start out by grabbing a heat-safe container. We're going to add our beeswax, cocoa butter, mango butter, castor oil, and our sweet almond oil. Go ahead and grab a saucepan with a little bit of water and a silicone mat in there. And we're just gonna pop our mixture on there and put this on the double boiler. So what we're gonna do for the double boiler is just go ahead, place our saucepan on it, and we're gonna turn this on a low to medium heat to allow our butters to melt. So while you have this on the double boiler, you want to make sure that you come in and you're mixing your butters, waxes, and oils together. The reason why we want to do that is we want everything to heat up at the same rate. So mixing it just ensures that it's all the same temperature, and we don't want to overheat anything. So it's not going to take too long, but make sure you're coming through and you're giving it a good mix while it's on there. And once everything is fully melted, go ahead, pull it off the double boiler. I always wipe the bottom with a cloth just to get any water off of it. To this, we're going to go ahead and add our flavoring oil, vitamin E oil, and some mica powder. Now make sure that the mica powder that you use is lip safe. You want to make sure that anything that you're going to be putting, you know, on your lips is going to be safe for use. Some mica powders are not safe for lip products, and you can certainly leave that piece out if you didn't want to have the mica. I just like the little bit of extra pizzazz. Now you want to move kind of quickly because this stuff likes to set up on you on account of the beeswax. And we're just going to pour it into our containers. And I'm just going to come through and top them all off. Ooh. And I think we have enough here for one more. We're going to go ahead, we're going to allow these to cool completely. Just so you know, if you get the tunneling on your lip balm, that is completely normal. So there's a few things that you can do. Either you can come in, scrape the top off a little bit so you have some room, and re-pour your remaining product in there. The other thing that you can do is you can go ahead and hit the top of it with a heat gun, which will just melt the top layer down for you. Either is fine. If you use the heat gun, be careful because it does get very hot. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoy using and making your lip balm as much as I did. If you haven't done so already, be sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below. Also, if you hop over to my website, which is summerrain.website, I do have the full printable recipe on there and some more information. So if you're looking for substitutes or things that you can swap out, how to make it maybe a little bit more solid or a little bit more glossy or do some tweaks to the recipe, all of that information is available on summerrain.website.